10 race card at Wingatui, and there is a listed feature as well. We've got Matthew Cross to take us through the form. That feature race is the NZB Insurance Stakes. Really looking forward to a nice field of 3-year-olds.
Yeah, we've got a couple of nice 3-year-old races coming up down in the South Island. Emily Margaret, who's gone through obviously some pretty tidy 3-year-old races, heads up the top of the book. But look, I think that there's that mantle there to be taken in the South Island of the best 3-year-old filly. Obviously, if anything comes out of the race and races superbly, they may well be on an Oaks path, but it's a little bit shorter than that trip.
Okay, let's move you on to the first of the card, and this is the Wingatui Function Centre maiden over the 1600 metres. Scandalous at 440 and 185. Deserved favour, I think, despite the wide gate, even after a couple of second placings. What did you like?
Yeah, I like to run it in Invercargill, Scandalous. I'm with number 2, I Am a Rock, in the first of the day.
$31.
March Madness, $20 win bet on it.
Whoa.
If it runs second, third or fourth, you're going to get your money back. I can't believe the price around this horse, $31. When you put it into comparison with a couple of other horses in the field, you go back 2 runs and it's run third at Wingatui. The Riccarton run last time actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Blinkers on. Positive barrier draw. I think they'll roll forward and try and dictate from the top. And being the first race of the day, $31 might be your roughie for the weekend.
Well, when we look at that, the fifth horse home in that Wingatui race was Jandals. There's an $8.50 after coming out and placing it in Invercargill. That 31 looks a crazy price. I'm going to follow you in. This doesn't go into air anytime soon. We can get on and get some of that $31 on, especially like you say, because you put your $20 on, you get your money back for second, third and fourth. Okay, let's move you on to the second, the Otago Farm Machinery. 2-year-olds in action over the 8.20. Pretty even market. This Diva Express at 3.40 has placed at the trial since last being seen in the spring, and behind subsequent Group 3 winner Miss Federer. Touch of Bill was good last time out at Riccarton in one of the main form races here, Matt.
Start of March, 820 metres. I think we're beyond that now for our 2-year-olds. This should be at least 1,000 or a 1,200 metre race. Touch of Beal has raced over further than this. It's not a race that I could tell you to bet with a whole lot of confidence. I think Touch Bill's the best horse in the race, but just a race I'll be willing to watch.
Okay, the third of the program is the Speight's 2,200 metres. Pupmere was terrific in the Dunedin Gold Cup last time out. Was chasing a memory in Oropuki Lad, but was only beaten 4 lengths, up 3 kilograms, but I thought probably the best form. When you look at Thought That, who was in behind 950, Smokehouse Bay's been going okay as well. How did you see it?
I thought that Pamir and Smokehouse Bay would just simply run 1 and 2 in this race. The Luster, I know that it's just starting to hit back into a little bit of form. Moral Max, probably the horse down in the ratings, who will eventually get to this point. But I can't see any reason why they won't run 1 and 2. Pamir, I made a bet on the first call, Pamir and Smokehouse Bay to run first and second, but she's got a lot of upside, this horse.
Absolutely, I'm with you on Pamir as well. I thought one of the bets of the program, actually. On to the fourth of the card, the Southern Wide Realty 1600, and we've got, it's got reality, isn't it? It is reality. It's even got reality in my book as well. Yep. Anyhow, 440 about Tom Jones, who's been in terrific form.
He certainly has. Won last time at Invercargill, betting home Kiwi Ida. Great to see Bloodstream back to the races. This horse, he came through the ranks pretty quickly for Terry Ray. Lisa Allpress rides fresh up, maybe in need of the run, but
he's trialled a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him back at the races. One horse who's had that run under the belt is Raise U10. Was in that very good sprint last time at Wingatui, which was dominated from the front end by Johnny Jones, who we'll see go around later on. Jumps from barrier 4 up to 1,600 metres. I think on the each way here you could bet running number 6, Raise U10, $9.50 and $3. And one thing about these sort of races, with Residential in there, she always takes money, so your price is obviously going to go.
I've got to say, I thought Residential, this might have been her race, with Tina Komanyagi's claim down to 52. She's been carrying 57.5 in a white row, 57 last time. I thought the drop in weight put her right into contention here, although I thought Tom Jones, he's a horse who's going well, so I'm with him. KB Contractors 1,200 is the next to the card. This one race 5 and money here with Swissair at 440 and 185 on this page. $7 Touch the Sky. How'd you see race 5, Matt?
Tricky race. Can't give you a lot of confidence here, Aidan. Chowder was the top selection. Often
Jeez, it was good last time, wasn't
he just brained him. Absolutely give him a spanking. Touch the Sky, they'll be willing to play as the place. This horse has run at Riccarton last time. I was actually pretty impressed with it. A couple of starts ago at Wingatui was nice behind Plutonium as well. So if you had to have a bet in the race, maybe Touch the Sky on the each way. But as you say, Chowder, very good.
Chowder, a really nice price as well. So that's probably the way I'm going to go. Race 6 is the gavelhouse.com auction online now. And we see Johnny Jones at 550 and 215. This has got to be one of the most improved sprinters in the country, I reckon.
Absolutely. And a peach from Tina Komanyahi last time. She saw exactly what was going to unfold. She had horses in the race who were unable to do work. She took the ball by the horn straight to the top, dictated and bolted clear. A couple of kilos back.
That's Signify. It's placed in a Telegraph,
Exactly.
won a Telegraph.
And didn't just beat him, it mopped them pretty easily. 58 kilos, he's a big horse. I don't think weight's going to be an issue for him.
But you've gone Disturbance.
I've gone Disturbance. He was very impressive first up at Riccarton Park. I've always been of the opinion that he's more of a 1600 to 14 to 1600 metre horse, but the run over 1200 after a nice ride from Kate Cowan, posied up just in behind the pace and presented him. I think around Wingatui, if he gets a bit of cover on the each way Disturbance, and we got a really good push from Thad Taylor on the first call as well, so bear that in mind.
Yeah, I was with the two of those as well, and Kate Cowan back on Disturbance again. On to the 7th, the Positive Signs at 1200. We see here money for the Swiss Maestro at 450 and 190. Good to see Kavish Chowdhury back. He's obviously had that spill. His 3 kilogram claim has been used to really good effect by Team Pittman in recent times as well. Nopelli at 550 and Moorwicker at $5 and $2. Actually, just looking at Moorwicker, here's a horse who's run second in the Trentham Carnival the last 2 years. I thought the $5 was a really attractive price.
I ended up going with the Swiss Maestro.
Okay.
Drops a lot in weight here. I think it drops 3 or 4 kilos on its last start run.
And he was riding really well before his injury too, wasn't he, Kavish?
Yeah, in great form, and it'd be nice to see him get back in the saddle.
Absolutely.
But again, Aidan, it's one of those races where it's so even. I'm just probably going to take a step back and just have a look. But if I had to, the Swiss Maestro.
Okay, I was happy with the 5s on Moorwicker. On to the feature, that is the 8th. This is the New Zealand Bloodstock Insurance Stakes, 3-year-old fillies in action, including Emily Margaret, $6. Dream Tester, who was runner-up in the Gall Guineas last time out at $9. TC Cope's got good support, $3.80. Naval Fleet at $4.80, down from the Ramsey Ritchie barn at Maungatautari, and Super Static at $9. How'd you see it?
Sentito number 14, 5.5 lengths off More Wonder at Riccarton Park during the New Zealand Cup Carnival. Comes up with barrier number 6. Has had a trial. I liked the trial, was pretty gutsy. Had a run over 1600 at Riccarton Park, and it took Upscale to get past it. Now, the improvement from Upscale between then and now has been a whole lot. Upscale, of course, gone into place in the Southern Guineas. I'm just wondering if Sentito, based on its trial and what I saw, has taken that next step and could provide you a little bit of each way value. The Kennedy Furlong team are racing well at the moment. They take a strong team down to Wingatui, so I'm willing to watch and have a wee each way spec running number 14, Sentito.
I'm thinking that the form around Tiger Silk of Naval Fleet might just be a little bit strong, but that's maybe my northern bias coming into it as well. Let's move you on to race 9, the Andy Bayer Liquorland 1600 and 650 about Red Rose Warrior. We know about this horse. Matt was terrific in winning at Courier. First up, went to Trentham and ran a super second to Tinkalicious, who Jason Tan really likes at Awapuni on the Friday. And last time out, maybe a little bit disappointed, but we know this horse's quality.
Yeah, it was trapped 3 wide for the majority of that race. Red Rose Warrior gets up to 1600 metres here and goes up a little bit in weight. I'm going to have my best bet of the weekend in this race. Final Say, up the top of the book. Last time out was behind He Can Fly and Nowhere Man. They are 2 horses that the form generally stacks up around, and I think Final Say is deep enough into a preparation from a very astute barn of Bevan and Robin Wilson, and BB Hong claims 3 kilos. So race number 9, number 1, Wingatui, the best bet of the weekend for you in that?
I went with Final Say as well.
Very good.
I really like the horse, and geez, they're very good trainers.
Well, $10 is a very shoppable price if you're one of those punters that wants to spend $1 to try and make 10 rather than backing a $2 shot. So have a slice of it.
Absolutely. Last of the program, race 10 is the White Road Lodge 1600, and favouritism here with Just Push Play, who was terrific last time out at Riccarton. Scored by 3.5 lengths that day. And if we go back to race 1, I Am a Rock was beaten 6.5 lengths, so you're only 3 lengths away from a pretty impressive winner at $31 race 1. So, yeah, anyhow, what do you like in this?
I've gone with one on the ballot here, number 15, Irish Express. Gets a kilo off with Jasmine Fawcett. Yeah, painful watch, no fault of anybody. It was just luckless last time trying to get the run up the rail at Wingatui. $15 again. If it gets in off the ballot, then it would be a bet. And I always liked Welcome, the John and Karen Parsons trained daughter of Darcy Brahma. Comes up with a barrier draw that she's going to get a bit of cover, and it's got a turn of foot of 150 metres, and I think at Wingatui might be able to utilise that. I
was pretty keen on Major Issue. I made it a bet on the first call Friday as well, so really keen. We're going to play the first race at $31, liking it. Have you got one that you like outside that for the program at Wingatui?
Final Say made the best bet. I'm looking forward to seeing the sprint race go around with Disturbance in there. He's at a shoppable price, and Thad Taylor on the first call giving us a push around him is something that we always gain a lot of confidence from.
Okay, look forward to that. Stakes racing at Wingatui on Saturday. Good luck if you're betting on the 10 race card.